customer called and the car wouldn't start. I guess it's the original battery from when he bought the car. So we jump started, took it to Advance, and they were going to do it, but since it's under a bunch of cowling and stuff like that, they wouldn't do it. They said you had to take it in and have it professionally done. So we're going to show you where that battery's located and how to do it. So this is the little Ford EcoBoost. I guess it's a pretty good motor. It's been proven for a while. The customer was having problems. It didn't start whatsoever, actually. So I went down to their house to help them out. They couldn't figure out where the battery was or how to jump it or anything. So we're going to start out by showing you that the battery happens to be located underneath this cover right here. And if you're going to jump it, your positive is right here. So you put your positive terminal on there and the negative on there, and you should be able to start the car to get you at least home or to someplace to have it repaired. A lot of times you can't take these into Advance or AutoZone because since it's enclosed like that, they're not going to replace them for you. So to get at this battery, we're going to have to take off. There's 15s holding the wipers down. So you're just going to take a screwdriver, pop these up, or sometimes they just peel up like that. Peel that up. Do that on both sides, and I believe that's a 15. We're going to take those off. Do not swap them around, which I don't even know if you can. But just take those, put them off to the side. And then we're going to take a T25, remove these, let that hang down. And then you can see right here, it's got these clips. You just put a little screwdriver behind it, like that, and pry those out. And I believe those are 7 of those. You want to use 2 hands because you don't want those to go flying. So after you gently pry those up on both sides like that, if you can see the other side, we're going to take a 15 and take these off, which is harder to do with one hand, but we'll do that. Here's one. Do the same thing on the other side. Once the nuts are removed on both sides, I was taught by somebody 100 years ago that you want to put tape on both sides for placement. I mean, you can take a picture nowadays, but you put tape like that, and when you take the driver's side off, you put it to the right. Do the passenger side, you put it to the left. You never have problems with that. So take your picture, do the tape, whatever you want to do. But we're ready to remove these. You might have to put something underneath it to pry it, but usually you can just lift up on it and then they'll kind of just come off by just gentle persuasion. Turn it up like this, and if you kind of wiggle it, bend it up like that, and you take 2 hands and wiggle it, you can usually pop it right off, just like that. Just make sure not to break the window. And then, of course, this is driver's side, so put it over here someplace, gently. Those disconnected and put off to the side. Next thing I'm gonna do is go get those T25s right there and put that down. And then after that, I'm gonna get a screwdriver and take that clip which I showed you, just get a screwdriver behind them, that one, that one, that one, and there's one over the other side, and take that cowling off. And that's just gonna fall down when you do that, no big deal, just let it sit. Just make sure you don't drop the screw. The 2 screws, it should just drop down just like that. Put those back in them so you don't lose them. Now we're just going to get a screwdriver and pop these off, but you got to have 2 hands because you don't want to lose those clips. So you get a small screwdriver behind it like this and gently pull it off like that. And you do that all the way across. So there was 8 of those clips across the front. Now all you're going to want to do is grab it in the front, reach up like that, and just pull it back. There's little clips holding it, and then it should come right out of there. So these happen to be the little clips I was talking about. So when you line it back up, they just go in these holes right there. But all you gotta do is when you get these off in the front, just tilt it up and they should pull out nice and easy. The next thing that I do, there's a 10 here, a 10 there, and a 10 here, and a 10 there. We gotta take that off and take this cover off. So I was saying, you remove this 10 here, just like that. Hit this one right here, and do the same thing on the other side, and this cowling should come right out. So I don't want to do it with a gun and have it fall, so be cautious. And you can see on that it just pops out of there like that. So we'll take the other side off and remove the cowling. Like I said, those 4 hold that plastic in place. And then you got to come here, and the battery's right here, and you can see it's the original battery. It's got corrosion on both sides. So I'm going to start by undoing the 10 here. I'm going to undo these 10s, and then I'm going to get something shorter to get in there and get the 10. Then I'm ready to remove the battery. Blew off a little corrosion, and once I disconnect the positive, And the 10's there. I was able to push it forward, and now we got the right tool, so we can get at the 10 in the back. We'll remove that and then take the battery out. So you want to compare the old battery to the new one. Positives on the same side, negatives on the same side, and it is a Ford battery, so it is the original, so they had a good run with that one. I always like to try to get more cranking amps out of a replacement battery, but since they didn't have anything available, it was just limited to the 590. It's still got a 3-year warranty, and it should be a good battery. It's a 16, but for whatever reason, this has got a ton of corrosion on the positive and negative. Usually you don't have to use this stuff. This stuff is, you can see it's old, but it works well. So you spray that on there, wipe it down. It should take a lot of the corrosion and stuff like that off. And then you install the battery. You can see the battery's installed. I just tilted it at an angle, went really easy, slide it till it locks down, put the 2 10s in, tighten those, put my negative on, and then put my 10 on, tighten those up. And then they got a protectant that fights against corrosion. So I sealed that because this car had so many problems with it. And last thing, you want to make sure that these clip in place. Now we're ready to start putting the plastic back together. You can see the screw 1, screw 2. These are heading out because that's what the top part locks onto. And these 2 right here, we're going to tighten those up real quick. I'll do the same on the other side, then I'll go back and check them with a ratchet. Reinstall that. Make sure they're tight. Just like that. That one's tight. That one's tight. Then we can install the plastic piece that lays on top of this. When you're ready to install this, you can see these clips right here. They go in here. So just line that up at an angle, make sure they pop in there, and then push it down, and you should be able to put your clips on. You do that all the way across. Now that those are clipped in the back like that, you got these right here. You can see it's held in by the clips in back, but now you take these, there's no upside down or whatever. You just take that, push them on like that to double lock them, and there's 8 of those, so you just reinstall those. All our clips are in place. Last thing we did was install the wipers, and we lined them up with our tape. I always do the passenger side first for whatever reason, and then I did the driver's side. We tightened them down. They look like they're lined up pretty straight. Last thing we're going to do is put this clip on. The other one's already on. That's all it takes to install a battery in a 2016 Ford Escape SE with a 2.0 motor.